Good afternoon, Mechanicsburg families. This is Danielle Prohaska, Superintendent of Schools. After 2 weeks of face-to-face learning, the district has reported 8 positive cases of COVID-19 as of the recording of this message. It's important to note that though we have reported positive cases in the schools, not all the cases were the result of a school-based exposure. I know that school-based quarantines that result from positive cases have created disruptions in both student learning and in your family situations. That's the purpose of this quick video today. There are a couple of ways to really minimize the disruption to student learning that comes with a quarantine. The first option, as you know, is voluntary masking, and that's obviously an option that is available to all of our students and all of our staff. If your student is consistently masking in the classroom and happens to be seated next to somebody who does test positive for COVID-19, they will not be expected to quarantine. Vaccination is another way to avoid quarantines from school-based exposures. This option is not an option that's available to all of our students. This is an option that families should educate themselves on. They should reach out to their healthcare providers and seek additional guidance. We know this is a family-based decision. The last way to avoid quarantine is if someone has actually tested positive for COVID-19 within the last 90 days. Someone who has experienced COVID-19 is not required to quarantine for the first 90 days after they have tested positive. In addition to these options that help eliminate the need for quarantines, we're asking that students and staff monitor their symptoms and stay home when they're feeling ill. What isn't an option is masking on school buses, which is a federal mandate that was recently extended through the end of this first semester. Students are expected to mask on the buses, as are the bus drivers, the coaches, and any other district staff riding a bus. We will continue to review expectations with all of our bus riders over the next couple of days, and we will continue to give them reminders throughout the year. Please remember that masking on the bus is another way to prevent quarantines. I know that quarantines and potential exposures are disruptive to you as families and to the learning of your students. I just want to end by saying that I encourage all of you to consider the benefits of voluntary masking to avoid the disruptions that may come with a quarantine. We're continuing to work closely with the local health department, with our teachers, with our staff, and of course with our families to ensure that we minimize the disruptions to student learning. Our goal continues to be to bring students here with us every day, face to face, because we know the power of those connections and relationships here at school. I hope everyone has a great holiday weekend. Good luck to our teams that are competing this weekend, and of course, go Berg.